never done it on a beach before. It was wonderful. Mind you, it was lucky you remembered to bring that condom.
I never brought a condom. I just found it over there in the sand.
Crumpet, heel, Crumpet! Crumpet, you're being very naughty. Crumpet, now come on, Crumpet. Now be a good dog, Crumpet. Now come back here.
No, son, you can't say this employment training scheme's just another ploy by the government to take advantage of young people, no. I mean, what, Baker, you're doing something useful, you know. You're serving the community, and you're getting paid for it as well. I mean, fair enough. Maybe it's not the best job in the world, but let's face it, at least you're knowing the gutter. Yeah, could be worse. How about a Kit Kat?
Yes, please.
Now then, lad, you've done very well so far. This is going to be the final part of your course. I want you to think very carefully before you answer this question. Right? How many policemen does it take to smash an egg?
None. It fell down the stairs.
Well done, lad. Welcome to the force.
I have always agreed that if you witness a violent crime, you should have a go. For instance, today, thugs armed with machetes and hatchets burst into the bank where I work and demanded money. I immediately had a go. Of course, I've always been a bit of an idiot. Couldn't you phone an ambulance?
Hello. This is the Outer Hebrides Broadcasting Corporation calling civilization. More nonsense in a minute, but first it's time for...
OHBC News.
Medical news, and we'll be talking to the man who volunteered to have his lobotomy done on the National Health. Buckingham Palace has called in the auditor to check Princess Margaret's latest till receipt from Oddbins. Here is a police announcement. People are advised to avoid Stornoway Town Centre as unusually heavy rush hour traffic is causing heavy congestion. Abroad now, and we're off to Russia, where we reveal the lengths some people will go to conceal their shortwave radios. Scientific news, and viewers of a nervous disposition might well be advised to look away as we show the results of a cruel genetic experiment to cross wee Jimmy Cranky with E.T. Bibulous TV chef Keith Floyd was in trouble again yesterday after showing viewers his new recipe for battering fish. jackpot time, and we are there as the man who won first prize in a win a ladder competition is taken to collect his prize. That's all for now. Hey, Kiva!
Welcome back to the climax of Blue Film Buff of the Year. And let's have a quick look at the scores. Our primary school headmaster, Mr. X, has 30. Scout leader, Mr. Y, has 55. Miss J, the token kinky woman, 3. And in the lead, our cabinet minister, the Right Honourable Mr. B, 378. Now let's have a look at this scene from a classic blue movie.
Oh, well, I think that's all right. Yeah. You like that? Yeah.
Can you go a little higher for me?
Okay, had a good look? It's nothing to do with the show, but I thought you'd like to see it anyway. So it's back to the quiz and the buzzer round. Fingers ready.
Fingers Ready, made in 1981.
Well, actually, I hadn't started yet. You came in too quickly there.
You came too quickly. Corrected by...
No, I hadn't started yet, but I will start now. What was unique about the 1976 blue movie sizzler, Danish Rashers?
It had a script.
Correct. And for 2 bonus points, can anyone lend me a copy? 2 more points to you. How was the 1976 film Laughing Gear retitled for the American market?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Correct. From which blue movie was this music taken?
All of them.
Correct. And that brings us to the end of the contest. And a quick look at the scores shows us our winner is our Cabinet Minister, the Right Honourable Mr. B. All of our finalists received one of our Blue Film Buff of the Year raincoats. And our winner receives this handsome trophy. So it only leaves me to say to our winner, congratulations, you filthy pervert.
I tell you, a right bunch of hypocritical bastards, isn't they? Animals. I mean, let's face it, they're always banging on about this vivisection carry-on, aren't they? But I mean, half the time they're stoating about the jungle, biting chunks out of one another. Don't talk to me about animals. Don't you talk to me about animals. I can't stick them, I mean, look at this effort here. Look at it. Look at it there. I mean, there's no a brain in its head. Look at it, look. See, it's written on here, it's stupid napper. Don't work it out at all. I mean, 1 minute it's stoating about the savannah, French kissing a few gazelles. The next minute, it's clamped into a cage just outside Easterhouse, you know? You one that's walking up and doing all day crapping itself. Chris, I'd walk up and doing all day crapping myself. I tell you, they're right ugly looking buggers as well. You ever noticed? Hey, I mean, take the ostrich efforts. I mean, they want to right burying their head in the sun, eh? Hey, if I looked like that, I'd be burying my head in the sun. Canoes, that's another variety. They're nearly extinct. I mean, Christ, no winner. It's all they can do to look at each other. Then again, anything that's stupid enough to let itself be called a canoe in the first place. I mean, that's your animals for you, you know. No sense of evolution. They don't try and better themselves. I mean, see canoes. I mean, see if you were a canoe, what would be the first thing you'd do? You'd change your name, wouldn't you? Hey, change your name to something decent like Clint or Jason or something. Buy a wee denim shirt. Pump on a few wee licks of Aramis and 2 or 3 pints away up and chat up a giraffe. Try and move up the social scale a bit. But no, they haven't got an house for that. Haven't got a sense for that. No. So don't you talk to me about animals. Don't you talk to me I'll tell you, boy. I will tell you this. I'll tell you. Maybe I can't use my tongue for a roll of Andrex, but I'll tell you this. At least I've got my freedom. There you are, boy.
Ramsay Nesbitt.
Oh, Christ.
Come on, we've been looking for you, Nesbitt. Get in the bag.
Aye, I'm coming. I'm coming. I don't know what you lot are laughing at. Make to the odd tongue-in-the vegetarians, boy. There'll be a lot of redundancies in your game.
Hey, you! Why don't you watch where you're going? Hey! Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? And you, mate! And you!
Hello. Where have you been? I've been sitting here waiting since the end of the last series. Look. No, I haven't. It's a joke. They stuck it on with this super glue. Yeah. Oh. Looks like I'm stuck with it. Still, it's all right. I'll be a bard with a beard. Yeah, because I am now. The man told me, he said, Shadwell, he said, you really are a complete bard. For most people, it's an honour, and for you, it's an abbreviation as well. So there you are. Because, of course, I am quite a well-known writer now, not just poems. I wrote a play as well. It was called Sold Out. Yeah. Nobody came to see it, mind, but it was a good play, set in a little community where nobody ever spoke. Sort of Welsh miming village, really. Of course, I didn't write it as myself, Shadwell, because I got a pen name now, Denzil Biro. I think it's quite likely that they'll probably start naming places after me now, like they did with Barry Island, which was named after Gwilym Island. You probably know that. And I get fan letters and presents. Somebody actually sent me a working model of a bowl of soup. You put the batteries in and it goes cold. Brilliant. But the best thing was that the University of Llanfair Pwllgwyn Gichgo Gerwchwyn Doberllantysilliog gave me an honorary O-level. Yeah, there was a big ceremony. I had to stay overnight and everything. First of all, I tried the hotel no vacancies, but I couldn't get a room in it. Full up, really. So I ended up in a place called the Club Kakapupu in Diarrheo on the coast. They said it was a chateau. It was, too. Every time you flushed the lavatory, the tide came in. I know, I'm sorry to mention it, but that sort of thing just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, doesn't it?
Scottish tourist board, holidays in Scotland. Short free
Safety. That's my watchword. Never mind going fast and looking flashy. My priority is driving safely. Keep to the limit. Seat belts, front and back. Oh, I think of everything. There's a fire extinguisher under the dash, and I've just had a black ice detector fitted. And later today, I'm having 4 new tires. Oh, expensive, yes. But it means I don't have to worry about emergencies. Oh, would you look at that?
Aina! I'm coming, Aina, I'm coming home! Come to me, Aina, come to me!
Hey, now, going to hurry up. You'll get me hung him shouting like that. You'll get the nurses brought in here.
Eh? What shouting?
It's been like that all day. Well, of course. You're a new boy, ain't you? You're still waiting to go through your operation, eh? You're suffering from what we call what if I waking up when my intestines are in a basin syndrome. Am I right?
I'd rather not talk about my operation if that's all right, please.
Ah, well, of course. So, when did you go under the blade then?
Tomorrow?
Oh. Is it a good one? Hey? I mean, we'll leave you with a good scar that you can show off to people at parties. Mine's a cracker. Look at that. That's horn stitched, that, you know. I'd show you my gallstones, but it's a way of getting made into a gear stick for my Ford Escort. What's happening to you then?
I've got an ulcer, but the surgeon said it's a pretty straightforward operation these days.
Oh, it is, huh?
Aina! I can see the gates, Aina, I can see the gates!
That's what he had done.
Oh, really?
Oh, don't worry. He had complications. He did waken up when his intestines were in a basin.
Aina, I'm coming through the gates, Aina.
Oh, shut up!
For goodness sake, the man's dying.
Dying? You sure?
Yes.
He'll not be needing these in, will he? You want one?
Oh, thank you.
Well, cross your legs and hope to die. It's a surgical barber.
Pubic coiffure, if you please.
2 minutes with Alberto Balsam there and your John Thomas will be sporting a skinhead. A week from now, you'll be thinking you're wearing Fair Isle Y-fronts.
Back in a minute. Wasn't he prepared for a walk in the Black Forest?
Oh, just relax. You'll be all right in a couple of days. You'll be walking about. That is, unless your wound leaks. Leaks? Mine did. Let's see that. It turned septic. It's like one of the cream eggs, you know.
Oh, no.
And then I got food poisoning. I mean, I was in Pampers for 3 days. Then they had to sew up the
Look,
jaws.
if you don't mind, I'd rather just sit here and not talk about it, if that's all right with you, please. Thank you very much, please.
Very nice. Oh, that's very nice, that is. You try to be friendly, would you get a lot of vile abuse?
Look, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude or anything.
It's too late! I mean, why do I always get landed in the bed next to the ignorant toe rag?
Aina! Some bastards stole my chocolate.
Soft, gentle, absorbent, Labrador puppy.
Oh, I've been so wicked. Shall I tell you what I was doing last night? Well, I went to this party and I'm afraid I had far too much to drink. So I ended up with this film director, and you know what they're like. Well, anyway, we went back to his place, into his bedroom, and he took off all my clothes, and I lay on the bed, and...
Oh, dear.
Do you know what he did?
No.
Well, find out tomorrow by ringing 0898 308
Come on, my little beauty.
How's your Brandon, then?
Oh, great, great. Best racing tortoise I've ever had. How's your Conan?
Grease lightning he is.
Faster than my Brandon?
I reckon so.
First to that clump of trees over there. Right. Go!
So can you just tell me, is anyone looking at me at the moment? It's just that I'm on my own at the moment. Feel a bit self-conscious because I'm in between relationships, as I like to call it, and I don't want anyone to think I've been stood up or I'm totally friendless or anything like that. You see, which is why I'm busy working on these documents here. Well, they're not so much documents; they're more beer mats, actually. I'm not so much working as etching around the words Budweiser in sort of smudgy biro. So, if I keep sort of jabbing at my calculator and flicking through my file of facts, it's not because I want to look like Sable Colby or something. No, I'm just trying not to feel like a spare prick. Because people can be a problem once they think you're vulnerable. The chat app lines get more subtle, I've noticed. Recently I had, "Oh, you're quite safe with me. I respect women in any way. I'm celibate." I said, "Oh, good. Well, you could take your hand out of my jumper then, please, because we're coming up to my tube stop," which is quite witty. Anyway, since turning single, my social life's never been better. I'm always being invited out to people's houses for the evening, you know, to babysit for them. And my married friends adore me now. They do. They love inviting me to their dinner parties, knowing I'll turn up on my own, so they can spend the evening throwing me pitying glances, reminding themselves of how happy they are together. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there feeling as integrated as a can of Barbican in Oliver Reed's drinks cabinet. I thought it was funny, but see, but to be fair, they do occasionally help out by wheeling along the obligatory bachelor to keep me company. I've learnt to translate the euphemisms regarding bachelors. Fun-loving means he's a sadomasochist. Uncomplicated means he'll dribble a lot and sit in the corner holding a balloon. But the one I watch out for is mature. One of my recent dinner companions was so mature, he did in fact pass away during the soup course. Our hostess insisted he be propped up anyway, so as not to spoil her seating plan. And it wasn't a completely wasted evening, although he was dead. He turned out to be a wonderful listener, which I thought was lovely. But don't get me wrong, no, I'm not complaining, because basically it's marvellous to be free of men for a while. The ecstasy of lolling back on the sofa up to my navel in imac and guzzling milk tray by the fistful. And I mean, who needs an orgasm? Who needs one? I certainly don't. What is an orgasm, by the way?
Look out! Perkins has got another boil on his chin.
Oh,
Small ones are always the juicy.
don't do it in the pavement. Hurry up! Hurry up!
Are you all right, sir? All right, fine. Cheerio then.
We tried to tell them, but they just won't listen. As Fuhrer, the Death's Head neo-fascist and Angling Club, I have decided that the time has come to strike. Their target will be the Houses of Parliament. And the method will be a suicide car bomb attack. Who wants to drive the car? Come on. There must be someone prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice for the new order.
Why don't you drive it?
I've only got a provisional licence. What about you, Terry?
Oh, well, I don't really fancy it, no.
You realise I could order you to go?
And you realise that I could tell you to forget it? All right, I'll do it.
Well done, Dave. Right, we've got a driver. What about a car?
We could steal one.
No, we get into trouble for that.
What about your car, Max?
Good idea. Well, we could use my car. I just remembered the road taxes run out. What about yours, Chris?
Well, I'd like to, but I just feel that a C registration Escort XR3 injection is politically unsound.
And why is that?
Well, I just feel that with all those extras fitted as standard, the metallic paint, the stereo cassette radio, I mean, it's just not right.
I'm sorry, but I still don't see it.
Well, let me try to interpret the ideology in another way. Anyone goes near my car, I'll break the neck.
Yes, that ideology. Yes.
What about Jim's car?
What? A 74 Capri? I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those.
What's the matter with my car, eh? It's got extras, hasn't it? It's got a my other car does it standing up sticker. And it's got fluffy dice.
Besides, I'm not insured to drive your car.
Neither am I. Really?
Well, that's a bit risky, isn't it? All right, then. Let me drive the car. Let me be the suicide car bomber. OK, Jim, the job's yours. Now, here are the explosives. Here are the matches. Okay. And here is a bag of barley sugar for the journey.
Hey, good luck, Jim.
Do you know how to get to the Houses of Parliament?
I think so. But if I get lost, I can always ask policemen.
Excuse me, young man, do you have facilities for the disabled?
We certainly have. Inside, there are ramps, toilets, special lifts, and an attendant on every floor.
Oh, wonderful. How do I get in?
Straight up the stairs.
Right then. I'll just ask you a few questions on the highway code. What does a green light mean?
Go.
And a red light?
Go faster.
Where's the best place to overtake a vehicle?
On a bend, Browden Hill, or Zebra Crossing.
Fine. Who is right of way in a roundabout?
Me.
What should you always do in the wet?
Drive right up to the car in front, right up to his bumper, blast your horn and flash your lights.
Right. Well, I'm pleased to say you've passed. Here's your taxi driver's license.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. What a prat lives in the city, drives a jeep. The fact is, we understand and appreciate country ways.
Yes, like baking our own bread and collecting wood.
Come on, River.
I don't see why we have to wear these stupid balaclavas.
I've told you before, we can't afford to be recognised.
They don't look silly.
I don't know what you're complaining about. It was your idea to buy a bloody Skoda.
I'll tell you this, boy, I'll tell you this. I think you've got me here, I think I've got me. But I've no that me, I think I don't know you, I think I don't know. I know, boy, I know. Bastard, terrier. See that, by the way? See that? Look at it, look at it. That's my dinner, by the way. That's the kind of people I'm dealing with here, eh? They pump you into a straitjacket and give you a bloody on for your bloody dinner. Well, I mean, what can you do? What can you do, eh? Well, I'll tell you, I did the only thing I could do. I went pure bloody mental. Honest to Christ. White moose, rampaging bloody mental, there you are. I mean, what else, what would you do, eh? I mean, you're dealing with unreasonable people, you know what I mean? So you got to lodge a wee protest, you know? Indulge in a wee spot of carnage. I mean, all right, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Maybe I did stick a napper in the odd judge, you know. Not Friar Tuck out the occasional clerk of court. I mean, can we not sat down and talk about it? Can we not talk about it? Hey, what reasonable people. No, what did they do? Hey, they pump you in a bloody straitjacket, give you a bloody arm to your bloody dinner. Well, I will tell you this, boy. They think they've got me here, they think they've got me, but I'll tell you, they've no got Rab C. Nesbitt, but I'm too fly for them, boy, I'm too fly for them. Hey, you watch this, boy, you watch this. What? Oh! See that orange? That orange was delicious. What's that? Hey! Homo fish! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, bloody fish! Homo fish! I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I've nothing against soap or fruits. I mean, maybe they were made to make your mouth water. Maybe they are fresh with a tang of citrus. But what good are it to me, a man that's pumped in a bloody straitjacket with a bloody orange for his dinner? I can't even get the wrappers half of my foot. Well, I will tell you this, boy. They think they've got me here, they think they've got me. But I'll have to get up early in the morning to get me, boy. I'll tell you that. Opal fruits, I'll give them opal fruits. Watch this, watch this. See the opal fruits, by the way. They were first-class delicious. I lapped them up shredded. I don't suppose there's any chance of wee something to drink, you know, to wash the whole lot down. I hope to Christ that's skewer, by the way.
2 o'clock Wincanton, Paddy's luck. 2 o'clock Wincanton, Paddy's luck. A certainty.
You sure?
I'm positive. I work at the stables.
Okay.
Oh no, look at this.
That's what you get for buying coffee in a loose roll. Take a tip from me. Never buy anything that isn't 100% sealed on a train. Otherwise, you'll just spill it and make an ass of yourself.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look.
Neil, I really do think we should take precautions.
Oh, God, I don't have any on me.
I've got some in the bathroom. I hope you don't think I go to bed with every man I meet.
No, no.
The Whites is a form of soul music born directly out of the despair, emotional impoverishment and plain boredom of life in the middle income groups on the bleak barrack-type housing estates of Britain.
Morning, Vivian.
Hi, Trevor. How are you?
How's Mrs. Farquharson?
Oh, she's splendid. Good. Having a bit of a lie-in this morning,
Is she? Is she? Lovely day for the car, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Dry nicely.
Finley Fraser sings The Whites.
This morning, my BMW wouldn't start. I said I woke up this morning, my BMW wouldn't start. Hey, Mr. Rowdy Seaman, if you don't hurry up, I'm going to be awfully late for my... Well, I call myself Blind Boy Fraser, but to be honest, I'm not technically blind. Although I am a bit short-sighted, which is actually more traumatic than being blind. Because blind people get a disability pension, whereas I have to struggle along on a salary of 25k a year plus company car.
Why do I like him? Well, I think Finley, a blind boy, really knows where I'm coming from. Like me, he's really aware of the important issues that face us, like school fees, the 6,000-mile service, and the horrid little weeds that creep up in the crazy paving between the cracks.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Blind Boy Fraser has given us middle-income whites a dignity and identity that, that we've never had before. And, well, it's thanks to him I can now go into a record shop wearing a business suit without feeling a complete tit.
No, true.
He's given us Square's cred, man. I mean, he is Roger Whittaker with soul.
But it's when he's insecurely behind the artexed walls of his castle that Blind Boy really bears his soul and gives us a rare insight into the inner frustrations of a creative mind.
Oh, MFI, you'll be the death of me. There's 22 screws in the wee plastic bag and the hole's the number 23.
Blind Boy Fraser's first album, A Cred for the Naff, is available now from all tatty record shops, in the far corner on the squeaky rack beside the steam train sounds and Milligan and Nesbitt's. What does he hope his album will achieve?
Well, who can say, man? But if just one quantity surveyor decides not to leave his safety helmet on the parcel shelf of the Cavalier, then I think it will all have been worthwhile. Oh, all these naughty dandelions.
You're in debt. You don't know what happened. You didn't realize how high interest charges could be. Well, don't worry. We're here to help. If you're the kind of person with no head for figures, ring us now on 0800 803
That is the last time I let you do the shopping. This crab paste is disgusting. Take it back to the grocer.
Why should I take it back to the grocer? I bought it in the chemist.
Tears somewhere along the way. One headache after another. Things like this never run smoothly. Or so we thought.
It really is serious, this, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Looks like there's nothing else for it.
we'll just have to cut down on the number of our sexual partners.
It's gone! It's gone! My whole life was in there! It's gone!
It's certainly you.
Some bastard stole my file of facts!
Scalpel. We'll start again. Anesthetic.
Come on, for goodness sake.
Hello. Puberty started today. Puberty is your body's way of saying, grow up. What normally happens is that you start growing whiskers and your voice gets deeper and you get all very muscly. That's what happened to my girlfriend, Gravel, anyway. It can go on for quite a long time. My Uncle Pob have been shaving now for about 30 years, and there's no sign of him stopping. Now that I'm growing up, of course, I like to do adult things. I bought a book on how to prevent hair loss the other day. All the pages fell out, but never mind. Of course, now that I'm mature, things like the bogeyman don't frighten me anymore. Oh, no. No, the only thing that frightens me now is the... But that's understandable. Even the wolves under the bed are afraid of the... Mum knows I'm more responsible now. She sent me next door the other day to borrow a cup of sugar. They hadn't got any sugar, but they borrowed the cup. Puberty, it affects people in different ways. I know, Gary Price have had to start wearing a brace. Not on his teeth. On his ears. He used to look like he had two plates sticking out of his head. Now he looks like he's wearing a coat hanger. Not very nice to laugh at him, though, because he might hit you. It's everybody. You just rather beat people up than have a chat with them. I am violent, says Gary, and I blame television. It's killing the art of conversation. He was very disappointed to find out that having a police record prevents you from joining the police. He'd been convinced that you could only join if you did have one. He is a bit odd, though. Uncle Pob thinks he's a psychopath. But he's the sort of person who'd kill himself to win a bet. I know, he does come from a broken home, but he broke it himself, so... He came up to me the other day, he said, Jadwell, I haven't hit you for a while, have I? No. Sorry about that. I haven't been very well. I'll give you a good kicking now to make up for it. And I have to admit, this kicking's good. It's excellent. Oh, yes. Life is very rich. I'll miss school, though, because I was very popular there. Everybody liked flushing my head down the toilet. I used to go home tired but happy. And I remember the last thing the headmaster said to me before I left. Shadwell, he said, quite frankly, get out.
Here is your spaghetti, sir. Enjoy your spaghetti.
Thank you.
Here is your lasagna, madam. Enjoy your lasagna. Here is your wine, sir. Enjoy your wine.
Waiter, where's the toilet?
There is a toilet, sir. Oh, sir.
Yes?
Enjoy your jobby.
Alan Jacobs. My name is Roger Cook, and I'm recording an interview with you now.
What's this? What's going on? Let me alone.
Now, Mr. Jacobs, you promised to treble the savings of 100 old-age pensioners.
Look.
Instead, you left them penniless.
Look, I'm warning you. Get out.
There is a breach of promise, and I must have an answer from you now. I'm sorry.
You want an answer? Right, yeah, I'll give you an answer. I'm going to bloody kill you.
Mr. Jacobs, that's... No, don't be silly. Mr. Jacobs, please, you said you're going to kill me. Instead, you gave me a kicking. That is a breach of promise. I want an answer now. Yes, I think that was nice. I think we'll keep...
Hello. This is the Outer Hebrides Broadcasting Corporation calling civilization with some very, very important news for all viewers who like a good blockbusting investigation. This week and every week for the next 26 weeks, I'm going to be presenting a brand new in-depth documentary series entitled Fife and Its Potatoes. So, without further ado, let's start with a poem written and read for us by my guest tonight, Duncan McFife. Duncan McPhee.
I've lived all my life near the potatoes of Fife. And so I'm glad to say, as my potato-loving wife. So when I need potatoes to feed myself and my wife for the rest of my life, I look no further than the kingdom of Fife.
Well done, Duncan, well done. And tell me, what inspired you to write such an epic piece of poetry?
Well, it was three things really, Angus. My life, my wife, and Fife.
And of course, potatoes?
Oh, yes. When I say my life, yes, I mean potatoes, for potatoes are my life.
By Jove in heavens, you must have been eating hundreds and hundreds of potatoes in your time,
yes. 48,611.
And tell me, Duncan, do you have a particular favourite potato?
Oh, yes. In 1957, I had a potato. I ate one, yes. It was lovely and round. It was a lovely, perfect, lovely and round.
Yes. It must have been a round potato then, yes.
It was one of the roundest potatoes I've ever seen.
Yes. Well, moving on now from your favourite potato, let's move on to your favourite funny memory of a potato.
Oh, well. That's easy, I guess. It was September 1971. I was digging potatoes as usual, and I found one. I found it looked like a man's. It looked like a man's head.
Like a man's head. Oh, my goodness. What a funny potato. Well, finally, Duncan, what advice would you give to young drug addicts?
Well, I'd say be sure to plant early in the season. Plenty of watering and lots of manure.
Uh-oh, I see John's been in the toilet snorting cocaine again.
Oh, thank you so much.
Babies, eh? When he first arrived, he caused no amount of trouble. In fact, there were times I could have killed him. But now he's great. Virtually no trouble at all, are you? Excuse me, must get to work.
Kate, Kate.
Tonight, there will be no mistake. Tonight, we strike by knife.
Who's going to do it?
Zandor Zabo, a Hungarian. Only 18 when the Nazis marched into his country. But already in 3 years, he has earned the name, the Butcher of Budapest.
Why?
He owns a butcher shop in Budapest. His minced lamb is very nice, very lean, you know.
Here is the man he will kill. Oberst Erich Weiss, the bastard of Berlin.
So called because?
Because he was born in Berlin illegitimately.
Pick that up! Honestly, how am I expected to keep the place tidy when you are throwing things about? Maybe you wouldn't be so untidy if you had to keep the place clean and do the washing and ironing. Have you ever tried to get gravy stains out of a sheepskin jacket? I bet you haven't. It's not easy, my friend. Please, Ivan. You must try and understand him, Major. He is the Moner of Murmansk. Thank you very much, Stavro. Thank you very much. The poof of Prague. Please. That was a very long time ago, my friend.
The poof of Prague.
Silence, Ferenc! The flasher of Fernibach.
That was a misunderstanding. My fly buttons were shot off in a Gestapo ambush. And now I cut out your lying tongue.
No,
What's the blood on the floor? Save your fire for me. Fortune has smiled on us. Come, here is a bed. Let us make love.
I say, who's he?
Helga, the bicycle of Belgrade. Listen! I hear someone coming.
No, it's the Germans.
Hundreds of them!
Dad! How did they know we were here?
Who knows?
Maybe there's a traitor in our midst.
A traitor? Perhaps Georgi.
Yes, Georgi. The big mouth when he said too much to drink of Bucharest.
Yes.
No, it couldn't be Georgi.
Why not?
I shot him last week.
For collaborating with the enemy.
No, for blabbing to Ivan that I was the poof of Prague.
Out with your hands up, and we will only inflict minor atrocities on you.
I know that voice. It's Fritz, the donkey of Dresden.
Look, chaps, I'll hold them up while you make a break for it.
Right, Major. Thank you very much. Major. Thank you very much, Major.
Major, where do you come from?
Oh, a part of England called Tottenham. Why do you ask?
You deserve a name for this. Sacrificing yourself to let us escape.
What about the tit of Tottenham?
Good for me.
I'm just a down-home country girl from no hopeful Arkansas, brought up to be God-fearing by my Baptist mom and pa. But they turned me out upon the streets back in 1979, 'cause I refused to wear my skirts below the Mason-Dixon line. And I walked on the wild side of the wrong side of the law. Soon my reputation grew through the state of Arkansas as an easy lovin', catch me while you can. Before I fell in love with a TV preacher man. And I was born again. Hallelujah, for the first time I was born again. Before I was born again. He raised big bucks for the Lord, coast to coast by satellite. And he gave me spiritual guidance several times a night. But I got disillusioned when his wife did not agree, and he confessed to all the press on national TV.
I have sinned.
I was born again. everybody do for the second time. She's been born again. Before I was born again, 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 again. His Christian name was Moby, 'cause he had a lot of mouth. But he wasn't very Christian when he went down deep south. The miracles that he performed were famous near and far. Though we couldn't cut the mustard, he's sure good like the jar. Now I work across the network on a mission from above to heal all satellite preachers who are sick and need of love. Take a small donation from your congregational revenue, and if you need resurrection, then I'm the gal for you. You will be born again. Hallelujah, it's a miracle you'll be born again. And you can be born again, 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 again. And you can be born again, 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 again. And you can be born again, 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 again. God bless.
Oh, Golly, oh, Golly. Oh, 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 it's a bro. Break. Oh, let's come down here, let's go. Oh, mercy me. Oh, Jinx Crippets, help my bro. Help us, bro.
See you! I'm sick of you and your premature ejaculation.
I can't tell you this, I'm sorry. No, I can't. It's too personal. I can't tell you. Oh, what the hell, I'll tell you. I had a fling, okay? Yeah, I was sitting in my house when the phone rang, so I thought, I'll answer it. I'm doing nothing better. And the voice said, hello, how would you like to come to Paris for a dirty weekend? And there was silence, and he said, I'm sorry, have I shocked you? And I said, God, no, I was just packing. Because we had a brief thing once before, and he seemed a sensitive sort. You know, when he came to my party, he slept with his contact lenses in, I recall, because he hadn't wanted to seem presumptuous and bring his little plastic case. Because they rattle when you dance, and it's a bit of a giveaway, useful tip for anyone. But he wasn't a big affair or anything, you know, how can I explain? He was one of those people you call when you want to use up the last unit on a phone card, you know. Marginally more appealing than the speaking clock. Anyway, no, it was quite romantic. Yeah, we enacted a little late 1980s courtship ritual at the airport. He gave me some flowers and chocolates. Then we exchanged photocopies of our last blood tests before a lawyer and two independent witnesses. Actually, no, it may have been that, but when we got to the hotel, I must admit, I did find it difficult to get, you know, aroused. No, because I'm easily put off, you see. Some things to me are just instant passion killers, you know. A man naked except for a pair of socks is a bit repellent. And it's even worse when they take them off, because then you get the marks where the socks have been, you know. Elasticity pattern around the ankles. It cuts two ways, so to speak. Yeah, no, because he remarked on the size of my cesarean scar, and I said, it isn't one, this slip's just a bit tight, that's all. We didn't get going. He was a very considerate lover, insisted on lying on the damp patch afterwards. A real and Paris was wonderful, of course, wonderful. All the French people walking by looking chic and sophisticated, and all the Brits sitting in their coaches with their packed lunches because they were too stingy to buy a few croissants. Now, I got embarrassed walking past them. I was sure they'd guessed we'd just done it. So I said to phone card, I said, for God's sake, try and make it look like we don't have sex. So we each slipped on wedding rings.
In the NHL tonight, the Flyers put their first-place lead on the line in the game with the Capitals. We're down to the second last week of play in the National Football League. The Rams took the divisional title with a win in points, the divisional poll is setting right time is 1 o'clock. And
I wish you'd pay that much attention to me sometimes.
Excuse me, son, are you serving? It's just I've been waiting here quite a while.
Certainly, madam. Is this a suite you're interested in?
Oh, well, it's not actually the suite I'm interested in. It's more just the coffee table. Oh, I gave the lassie the HP forms.
The HP forms?
Uh-huh.
I see, well, she'll be back in a minute to attend to you.
Thanks very much, son. Thank
Oh,
you.
it's me and I'm back. Sorry, big man. Listen, I was just doing that with Jim for a wee swallow, you know.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, now don't you worry, hen, don't you worry. I didn't forget your wee bit of spam that you wanted for the next
Spam? Spam, but it was best steak, I tell you, to get. Honestly, see, men. Listen, Rob Nesbitt, you give me a showing up in here and I'll swing for you, and I mean it. Now, stand up straight. Come on, here's a woman.
Mrs. Nesbitt,
Yes.
sorry to keep you waiting. I'm from the accounts office. I'm afraid there's a bit of a problem.
A problem?
Yes, I'll just check your details again if I may. Now, was this to be a cash or a credit sale?
Cash and a credit! Guys, I'll give you three, guys. Guys, cash and a credit. You wait a minute. Yeah, wait. I'm a wee swatch at Wally. This is Wally here, you know, Wally the talking shoe. Cash and a credit, Mary, do you know?
I've got the deposit saved up.
Right. And what's your occupation, Mr. Nesbitt?
Occupation? It's your pal's magic, ain't it?
He's in computers.
That's it, I'm in computers. These are just my working clothes.
Yes, well, you're certainly in our computer, Mr. Nesbitt, but for the wrong reasons. I'm afraid we can't offer you hire purchase terms here under any circumstances.
No tick! How no?
It's a question of policy.
A question of policy? I don't care whether it's a question of sport, because I will tell you some.
No, you will not, because I will tell you something. Hen, bugger off.
What's the matter, Mary? What's the matter?
What's the matter? You stand there with your talking shoe and your pockets full of spam, and you try to tell her, well, let me tell you, what have I got to show for all these years with you, eh? Look, consumers. Madame is modelling Jacob's coat of many colours, courtesy of the House of Nesbitt, and of course complimented by her off-the-belly Bay City Rollers t-shirt. Her fashion accessories include 1, a Duff Perham, 2, a message bag with 1 Honnold, and 3, a purple brooch on her upper arm that she got for being too lippy last Friday night. And this is all topped off by a deposit for a coffee table that we can't get because the walk-in lobotomy here is on the hit list. And coffee table, I said, coffee table. You can ram it right up your Kona filter, boy. Let me tell you, this dust, you see it? This is going on my back, and I don't care what you think, right? You're none but a drunken wee chimp.
Hey, marvellous, marvellous. I mean, what a princess, what a princess. Because I met, is it any weather I married her? Not me about spam, baby. Right, you're going and enjoy yourself. It's all lit in there. It's lacking a wee bit of salt, actually.
Yeah, well, of course it's true. A car is a phallic representation, an extension of man's sexuality. The bigger the stud, the bigger the car, which is why I personally have a monster. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong today. Look, this has never happened to me before. I've actually been under a lot of stress lately. Maybe I should have a cigarette and try again in a few minutes.
Stop it, stop it.